This is how Emre Yilmaz won the eChampionsLeague. So guys, we are focusing on Emre. He is playing in the blue kit, okay? And he is using a 4-3-2-1 formation. I want you guys to pay close attention on this thing, right? See, Hullet is making a manual run. We are going to be mentioning manual runs a lot in this video, and you will soon know why, okay? Hullet is making a run, as you can see, and Yaya Toure is tracking him, right? You will see power shot cancel once again in combination. We will see ball rolls, some quick tempo play. He wanted to go with the finesse. Finesse shots are back, by the way, in FIFA 23, so make sure that you use them. Quick tiki-taka passes, right? So this is his main game plan, right? The moment he loses the ball, he wants to apply manual pressure in combination with sustained pressure. What is sustained pressure? Don't worry, we will talk about that as well, right? You can see currently the opponent has one open passing lane and all others are being marked by his players. Now that is forcing him to either go back or switch the play or just hold the ball and see how it plays out, right? He is not giving the opponent time to think, and this is something you will see with the very best players in the world, that they are very good at this, right? They do not give the opponent too much time to think about, and instead he passes the ball back, like I said, right? Now he will apply sustained pressure, right? Whenever the opponent has the ball, he will make sure that he is doing something to offset him, right? He is not giving him too much time to think about. He is more aggressive rather than being conservative. Some players are very good with conservative defending, like Nicholas, but Emre, he likes to apply some sustained pressure, always giving the opponent something to think about and make a decision. He basically forces the opponent to make a decision, right? You can see he's building up, but he is not letting him build up. He is forcing him on the negative again and again, right? This can be very good, and also it can backfire if your press fails. See, he gets the ball into his half. Now he's defending one-on-one. He likes to apply sustained pressure, so he will use the running jockey a lot, right? He's mirroring the opponent, but he gets beaten easily. So everything you do in FIFA does have a negative impact, and nothing is perfect. Even the best player in the world will make a error. It's all about anticipation and timing, which cannot be perfect at all times. We are humans, we are not artificial intelligence, right? As you can see, once again triggering the runs and playing for the long ball. Manual runs are something that are always very important, but in the current state of FIFA 23, they are ever so important. Look, because the German crosses are overpowered, the driven passes are overpowered, right? And the 1-3 glitch is very overpowered, where you play a first time lob through pass. You can see Hullet is making a run. Keep an eye on him, because we will see what he does with Hullet, right? He will go with an L1 square pass. This is something that is new in the game. For the casual players, pro players know about it. L1 square pass into the midfielder, then knock it down with the head into the striker, or just head the ball straight in. But Emre sees that and he tracks his run. If he didn't track it, Hullet will probably be through on goal, right? Guys, look, he plays an R1 square pass into Ginola, and then he tells Ronaldinho to run manually. Ronaldinho is making this run, okay? Just pay close attention. Now what he does is he presses R1 button and calls him back, and then he lets him run. When the opponent plays the offside trap, that is when he goes with the driven pass, and with R9 he goes with the power shot, using manual runs in combination with proper timing. If we talk about defending, he is always thinking one step ahead, covering the dangerous runs. As we can see with his defending, he is always applying pressure, like I mentioned before, right? Guys, with his pressing, he is not pressing blindly. He is covering 2 to 3 passing lanes. At the same time, he is applying the pressure on the ball carrier, right? He's trapping the opponent into making a decision. Because if you give too much time to the opponent where he can think, okay, I'm going to do this or that, then guys, you are doomed. And at the highest level of the game, you need a balance, right? Being passive aggressive. This is something that I often talk about. Even at the highest level of the game, it is all about the core fundamentals, and I cannot stress it enough. You can ask any professional player, any professional coach, and this is what they will tell you. The player who is fundamentally strong, he is most likely to win tournaments. He is most likely to win big championships, right? Yes, of course, the meta is very important, but the fundamentals play the main role. As you can see, once again, if we talk about manual runs, there are so many runs being made. He was looking for the driven pass, but in the end, he wasn't so successful, right? Now, why are manual runs so important, guys? Again, the same concept applies here as well. You give opponent something to think about. When you give the opponent something to think about, that is when more attacking opportunities open up, because FIFA is a game of chess. You can hate it or you can accept it. You are better off accepting it, right? When the opponent sees that you have triggered a run for the German cross, when the opponent sees that you have triggered a run for the L1 square chip pass, what is he supposed to do? Of course, he is supposed to react. Either he is going to press you, he is going to commit towards you, or he is going to do something to mark the run as well as apply pressure on you. But if you are a good player, which Emre Yilmaz is arguably the best player in the world right now, you will see something else, and the moment you see something else, the opponent is caught off guard and you are doomed. So with this L1 square pass, you will see it is an L1 square chip pass. He knocks it down like I mentioned earlier. This is what pro players do a lot. It is very successful. Guys, look, R9 is surrounded by 6 players and still he will be able to score this goal. How? He will use normal left stick dribbling. I talk about it in my end game dribbling tutorial, which I will link in the description below. He uses that caressing technique in combination with the reverse elastico and he is able to beat all these players. He is catching the opponent off guard and making sure that he is calm, composed and clinical. These are the 3 C's of FIFA. There we go. It's an easy peasy goal at the end of the day. Look guys, once again, pay close attention. Hullet is making a run, right? And now Ronaldinho is making a run. The opponent is second man pressing with Capdevila. Capdevila is about to bite Ginola. What do I mean when I say bite? In FIFA language, bite means the opponent is pressing up, trying to get the ball back and make a tackle, right? Because of that, Ronaldinho has the space in behind. In order to score the goal, we always try to create the space and exploit the space, right? But also it requires anticipation in combination with timing, right? You will see what happens. He gives the ball to Hullet and then plays a normal, well-timed through pass. It would have not been possible to score this goal if he didn't use manual runs and the correct timing of the pass. Now this looks very simple, but it is not very simple. And if you pay attention to what I tell you guys, what I have been telling you for the past 3 years, then guys, you will finally realize fundamentals are the key. Of course, the meta changes every year and you have to adapt to it. But at the same time, you need to keep working on those fundamentals and improve them, right? As you can see, Hazers is also a very good player, playing direct football, looking for the driven passes, L1 square passes, manual runs, German crosses. These are the meta things right now that pro players are abusing, right? Uses a player lock in combination with manual runs, creating chances, creating spaces, right? This is something that you need to do consistently. In this situation, once again, he triggered Ginola to run, which forced the opponent to track him and he put him in a 50-50 situation, right? And now the moment he plays the offside trap or the auto offside trap, he will go with an R1X pass. I told you driven passes are very overpowered, right? I even talked about it in a previous video. You guys will see, right? Triangle passing, there we go. Guys, gameplay analysis is one of the best things that you can do in order to improve your fundamentals and your gameplay, right? Even professional players believe in it. Everyone goes for it. So if you want to get coached by me, make sure to check the description box below. And now click here to learn how to left stick dribble like a pro.